Hey, what's up everyone? Danny Lannon back with another video. Today we're checking out this wireless microphone system by Phenyx Pro. This is the PTU-2U 1H 1B and it comes with 3 different microphones. On the back you got 4 antennas, 2 balanced XLR outputs, and you do have 1 unbalanced jack to run like an instrument cable to your audio interface or mixer. Now they do have several different combinations or different wireless systems like this available, but this particular one, the PTU-2U 1H 1B, comes with 3 microphones and a wireless body pack, which is great. Now in the package you might get this little rubber ring here and wonder what that's for. Well, if you put this on the microphone and then you set the microphone down, it's not going to roll off your table. So this little thing keeps the microphone from rolling off the table and falling on the floor. So I would definitely install that if you're going to be setting the microphone down. Now on the front of the main unit itself, there's 3 controls. There's a volume button, there's a set button, and then you got your up and down arrows to change things. It's really simple to do anything on this unit. Now the owner's manual explains how to do everything extremely well, but it does not give you any information on the microphones. For example, the lavalier mic, I don't know if that's a cardioid mic, an omnidirectional mic, it just doesn't say. But besides that, it tells you everything you need to know about how to use this thing in here. I got to get out my reading glasses so I can see the manual, but I'm going to tell you right now, adjusting settings on this is super easy. And one of the best things, it has a squelch feature. So if you got a bunch of white noise or a little background noise coming through the microphone, you can easily make some adjustments to dial that out or make it so it's not as noticeable. Now in my room, I'm not getting a bunch of white noise or anything like that, but it does pick up a little bit. Microphones do pick up room noise. And if you get any at all, I'm telling you, that feature will dial that out. So basically you have a couple of functions that you can do right on the main unit. Number 1 is pair your receiver and your transmitter together. Number 2, you've got the squelch feature we just talked about. There's an auto scan function. So you can auto scan, which is great. If you notice the frequency that you're using is picking up too much static or too much noise, or it just doesn't seem to be coming through, or the microphones are dropping in and out, you can use that to automatically scan for the best possible frequency that will give you the best results, and that is amazing. And then the last feature is you can lock the controls, and if somebody comes by and bumps your unit or starts messing with it, hey, they can't change anything unless you unlock it first. And it's so easy to change anything. I'm telling you, there's a set button, a up arrow, a down arrow, and that's it. That does everything. It's super simple to make changes on. This is a nice unit. If you like the way these microphones sound, this is a really nice unit. This thing is really simple. It's straightforward. There's not much to it. I mean, I seriously turned it on, plugged it into my audio interface. I turned on the microphones and bam, it just connected up and worked as is. I didn't actually have to make any changes if I didn't want to. Say this is a interference-free true diversity unit, 1,000 adjustable frequency groups, which is crazy. You got your rock firm wireless coverage, studio level pristine sound, auto scan powerful function, and craftsmanship. It is built like a tank. Build quality is overall pretty good. I wouldn't say this is like super, built like a tank. If you drop it, that's probably going to dent or something, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to break. If you're looking for a wireless microphone kit and you don't want to spend huge amounts of money, this does seem like a pretty good deal if you like the way these microphones sound. So let's go ahead and demo the 3 microphones. All right, so this is the way the handheld microphone sounds. Now I definitely notice I can hear more room noise. I can hear my PC fans through this. So that's where that squelch feature really comes in handy. If you dial that in, you can get rid of that stuff. I mean, this probably won't show up in the recording. It's such a small amount, but I can hear it in my headphones. But this is the way this microphone sounds. There's a big on and off switch on the bottom of this, and that will also mute the microphone. So if you do need to mute this thing, you can just kind of tap the mute button on the bottom and bam. That way you can set this down, hit mute, and you're good to walk away from it or talk to somebody else for a minute until you need to pick it up again. You just have to remember to unmute it before you do that. And this microphone actually does have a display screen, so let's take a look at that right now. Now, one really nice thing about the body pack is the power button is actually the mute button. So you just tap that to mute and unmute the microphone, which is great. Now, one thing about the little head-worn microphone, it only picks up from one side, which is the side closest to your mouth. It's not picking up from all the way around the microphone, meaning you're going to get way less room noise and everything else if you're using this. Now I'm going to go ahead and plug the lavalier microphone into this. So I'm just going to turn this off for a second. All right, so now we have the lavalier microphone plugged into the body pack. Now the manual doesn't really say much about this. So this is not an omnidirectional microphone. It looks like it only picks up from the front there. So that is definitely something to keep in mind. If you're using this, always make sure you have the top of the microphone, or the front, I guess you would say the top. Make sure that's always facing up, because if you got it facing to the sides or something, it may not pick up your voice very well. Like if you put it on this side of your shirt, you probably want it to be angled this way. If you put it on this side of your shirt, you probably want it to be angled this way to get the best results. So always make sure the top or the tip of the microphone is somehow facing your mouth, or at least in the general direction. That will give you the best results. Now, the microphones that plug into the body pack, they do have the little mini standard XLR connection, which is pretty standard for wireless microphones. So it's a little mini XLR. But for me, I do find the head-worn microphone is the most convenient. I can just simply run the wire under my shirt, clip this onto my belt, and bam, I can get up and walk around the room all I want. But honestly, if you're a DJ, a fitness instructor, a church, somebody who's up on a stage talking to people, this would actually be an amazing kit for only a few $100. Some of these wireless kits are crazy expensive, so this is much more affordable. Now, if you're somebody who's a singer up on stage, well, let's go do a quick singing test on all three microphones just for the heck of it. So here we go. I woke up to the sound of pouring rain. The wind would whisper in a dream of you. I woke up to the sound of pouring rain. The wind would whisper in a dream of you. I woke up to the sound of pouring rain. The wind would whisper in a dream of you. There's our terrible singing test. There we go. Now, of course, a lavalier microphone is always going to sound best when it's really close to your mouth. But generally, for the best results, a microphone, maybe like 4 fingers away from your mouth will usually sound the best. Just so you know. Now, they did send me this for free, but I get to say whatever I want about it. They don't pay me. They just send me a free item and said review it, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Now, I have no idea if this thing's going to last you 1 year or 3 years or 12 years. I have no idea. Only time will tell. But my overall thoughts are, if you're in need of a wireless microphone kit and you don't want to spend a huge amount of money, if you like the way these 3 microphones sounds, or any of these microphones, this is a really nice kit. They do sell kits with 2 microphones, kits with 4 microphones, all kinds of different kits. I'll put a link to their website and some of their products on Amazon if you want to check them out. The Amazon links are affiliate links, so if you do buy something off of the Amazon links, I do get a small commission, so I would definitely appreciate that if you use my Amazon links. Thank you. It looks like most of these kits are somewhere between like $200, $300, $350, $400. So depending on which kit you get and how fancy it is can determine the price. But this seems like a really cool wireless kit if you're looking for a wireless microphone setup. One thing I like about this particular model, it gives you 3 different microphones to try out. That way you can kind of figure out what's best for you. Handheld, lavalier, or headset mic. Yeah, I think this is pretty cool. Anyways, I like it. I actually do like it. So if you like the way these microphones sound, it's definitely something to check out. All right, thanks for watching. You guys and gals are amazing. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it helps you decide if this is something that you should get. And yeah, thanks for watching. Lighten out. Have a wonderful day. Links in the video's description and in the pinned comment. Bye-bye.